The Titanic came at the peak of an incredible boom in shipbuilding and luxury travel by ship.
On April 15th, 1912, the world witnessed one of the most tragic maritime disasters in history. The RMS Titanic, the largest steamship of its time, which was operated by the White Star Line, sank on its maiden voyage after striking an iceberg in the icy waters of the Atlantic Ocean. Over 1,500 lives were lost, leaving behind a legacy of mystery and intrigue. The Titanic was a huge and impressive ship made in Belfast, Northern Ireland. It was really long, about 882 feet and 9 inches, and quite wide at 92 feet and 6 inches. Some decks had lifeboats, while others had fancy rooms and public areas. The ship had many different kinds of people on board, including rich folks and lots of immigrants going to America and Canada for a better life. The ship had 10 decks, each with its own purpose. The boat deck housed lifeboats. A deck contained first-class cabins and lounges. B deck had additional first-class accommodations. C deck was for crew members and third-class public rooms. D deck featured spacious public rooms for first and second-class passengers. E deck provided accommodations for all 3 classes. F deck accommodated second and third-class passengers. And G deck served as the lower deck with passenger areas, tank top, and orlop decks for cargo and engine turbines. Even though the Titanic sinking is famous in books and movies, we still don't know all the details about why it happened. It's a big mystery in history. Number 15. The Maiden Voyage. In this compelling photograph, we witness the iconic RMS Titanic, a symbol of human ingenuity and luxury as it embarks on its maiden voyage. Departing from Southampton, England, the Titanic sets its course towards Queenstown, Ireland, carrying with it the dreams and aspirations of its passengers and crew. The sight of the colossal ship gliding gracefully through the water evokes a sense of wonder and excitement as travelers prepare to embark on a historic journey across the vast Atlantic. The Titanic, equipped with the latest technologies and designed with utmost elegance, was considered unsinkable, instilling confidence in its passengers and crew alike. Little did anyone on board know the tragic fate that awaited the Titanic in the icy waters of the North Atlantic. The ship would collide with an iceberg, leading to one of the most devastating maritime disasters in history. The photograph serves as a poignant reminder of the grandeur and promise the Titanic embodied at the beginning of its voyage. It also encapsulates the vulnerability of human endeavors when faced with the forces of nature. Number 14. Purser Hugh Walter McElroy and Captain Edward J. Smith aboard the Titanic. In the next image, we see Purser Hugh Walter McElroy and Captain Edward J. Smith aboard the RMS Titanic during its journey from Southampton to Queenstown, Ireland. The photo was taken by Rev. F.M. Brown, who disembarked at Queenstown just 3 days before the ship's tragic collision with an iceberg. Purser McElroy and Captain Smith were important figures on the Titanic, responsible for various tasks and passenger well-being. As they stand together in the picture, their authority and professionalism are evident, reflecting the expertise needed to manage such a massive ship. This photograph has significant historical value, capturing the faces of these men who played crucial roles in the Titanic story. At the time, they had no knowledge of the impending disaster that would forever change the course of history. This image provides a glimpse into the lives of those on board, humanizing the story behind the grand ship. Each photo deepens our understanding and curiosity about the untold stories hidden within the Titanic's past. Rev. F.M. Brown's unwitting photograph makes it all the more haunting, as he unknowingly immortalized these 2 individuals before the ship's devastating end. The lives of over 2,000 people were intertwined with the decisions made by people like Purser McElroy and Captain Smith. Number 13. The iceberg that sank the Titanic. 2 days prior to the Titanic's ill-fated encounter with the iceberg, seaman Captain W. Wood was aboard the British merchant ship SS Etonian, which was also crossing the Atlantic. Serendipitously, Captain Wood, a lover of photography, found himself in the right place at the right time. he happened upon an astonishing sight, an enormous iceberg looming in the distance. Seizing the opportunity, he swiftly grabbed his camera to capture the awe-inspiring spectacle before him. With a click of the shutter, he immortalized the iceberg in a remarkable black-and-white photograph. However, Captain Wood's actions did not stop at capturing the visual beauty of the iceberg. Realizing the significance of his find, he meticulously jotted down the exact coordinates of the iceberg's location. Unknown to him at that moment, these coordinates would play a crucial role in connecting his photograph to the tragic fate of the Titanic. The seemingly ordinary photograph taken by Captain Wood would later become a critical piece of evidence linking the iceberg he encountered to the one that claimed the lives of so many on the Titanic. As fate would have it, the coordinates recorded by Captain Wood perfectly matched the location where the Titanic struck the iceberg, ultimately leading to its demise. After the SS Etonian reached its destination in New York, Captain Wood wasted no time in developing the photograph. Recognizing the historical importance of his discovery, he sent a print of the picture to his great-grandfather, accompanied by a heartfelt letter. In the letter, Captain Wood declared that the very iceberg he had photographed was the one responsible for the tragic sinking of the Titanic. This extraordinary twist of fate not only united the photograph with the disaster, but also underscored the unpredictable and profound impact of chance events on historical outcomes. Captain Wood's passion for photography and his decision to capture that iceberg on film unknowingly preserved a vital connection between two significant events, forever cementing his place in the annals of maritime history. Number 12. The Titanic's life vests. This picture captures a significant moment aboard the Titanic before it set sail on its maiden voyage. Here, a diligent Board of Trade inspector is shown carefully examining life vests on the crew members in Southampton. The crew's preparation and attention to safety were crucial before embarking on the historic journey across the Atlantic Ocean. As the Board of Trade inspector meticulously inspects the life vests, we get a glimpse of the seriousness and dedication with which the crew approached their responsibilities. The safety of the passengers and crew was of utmost importance, and these life-saving devices were essential in case of emergencies. The scene also offers a view of the stern and sun deck of the Titanic, where some second- and third-class passengers had their quarters. The vastness of the ship is evident in the background, as it stood as a symbol of human ingenuity and luxury during that era. It encapsulates the optimism and excitement that surrounded the Titanic's maiden voyage, contrasting sharply with the impending tragedy. The image of the Board of Trade inspector and the crew highlights the meticulousness of the ship's preparations, underscoring the human element behind this grand endeavor. Each person played a crucial role in the ship's operation and passenger safety. Number 11. Children aboard. There were more than 100 children in the first, second, and third classes documented on the boat. One of the young passengers aboard the Titanic was 11-year-old William Carter. His excitement for the voyage was palpable as he embarked on this journey with his two beloved dogs. William's canine companions were safely accommodated in the ship's kennel, and he eagerly anticipated the adventures that awaited him in America. Little did he know that the course of his life would be forever altered by the events that unfolded that fateful night. Among the children aboard the Titanic was also Marjorie Collier, a sweet 8-year-old girl. She brought her favorite doll along for the journey, cherishing the companionship it provided during the voyage. However, fate had other plans in store for Marjorie and her cherished toy. As the chaos of the sinking ship engulfed everyone on board, Marjorie accidentally left her beloved doll behind. 14-year-old Johan Svensson, hailing from Sweden, was another young passenger on the Titanic. He was joining his father and older sister in South Dakota, eager to begin a new life in a new country. Johan's dreams of a promising future were intertwined with the excitement of reuniting with his family. Sadly, the dreams of this young immigrant were shattered as the icy waters of the Atlantic Ocean claimed the majestic vessel. The stories of William, Marjorie, and Johan represent just a glimpse into the lives of the many children who sailed on the Titanic. Each of them held dreams, aspirations, and innocent hopes for a brighter tomorrow. Number 10. Lifeboats. This next image shows the lifeboats of the Titanic, neatly positioned on the ship's deck. These lifeboats were meant to save people in case of emergencies, but sadly, there weren't enough of them for all the passengers on board. The Titanic had 20 lifeboats and 4 collapsible boats, with a total capacity of 1,178 passengers and crew. However, the ship carried more than 2,200 people, which meant that there weren't enough lifeboats for everyone. When the ship hit the iceberg, there was chaos, and the evacuation process faced many problems. Some passengers didn't know where the lifeboats were or how to use them, causing delays and confusion. Some lifeboats were launched with too few people, fearing they might capsize. Others were only partially filled because there weren't enough crew members to help. As the Titanic started to tilt, it became harder to launch the lifeboats properly. Some lifeboats were lowered only partially, making it dangerous for passengers to get in. Others were launched with empty seats because there weren't enough people willing to board. Due to the insufficient number of lifeboats, a lot of people lost their lives. After the disaster, safety regulations were changed to ensure that all ships had enough lifeboats for everyone on board. This image serves as a reminder of the importance of having proper safety measures in place to prevent such tragedies in the future. It shows the consequences of not being prepared for emergencies and highlights the need to learn from past mistakes. Number 9. Titanic's main dining room. Here we find ourselves in the Titanic's main dining room, a place of elegance and luxury. The room is adorned with comfortable leather chairs placed around dinner tables, where passengers enjoy lavish meals served in a fancy atmosphere. Here, the first-class passengers, who were the wealthiest and most privileged, had the opportunity to savor delicious and exquisite dishes prepared by talented chefs. The meals were a true feast, with a variety of gourmet food choices to indulge in. Imagine the room filled with happy chatter and laughter as people engaged in lively conversations during their meals. The ambiance must have been delightful, with the clinking of fine china and the soft glow of candlelight adding to the enchanting experience. However, while the first-class passengers enjoyed these luxurious dining arrangements, it's essential to remember that not everyone on board had the same experience. The Titanic was a ship with distinct social divisions, and those in the lower classes had simpler and less extravagant accommodations. In this grand dining room, the stark contrast in the passengers' lives becomes evident. While some relished in opulence, others had more modest surroundings and amenities. The differences in social classes were evident, even during mealtimes. This picture offers a glimpse into the diverse world that existed on the Titanic before the tragic events unfolded. It reminds us of the unequal realities faced by the passengers on the ship and the extraordinary range of experiences that coexisted under one roof. The beauty of the dining room and the luxurious leather chairs speak to the grandeur of the Titanic, but they also highlight the disparities between the different classes. Number 8. A la Carte Restaurant. The Titanic was indeed made up of great views and equipment. Just when you think you have seen it all, you are faced with another like in this photo. This photo presents a captivating view of the first-class staircase leading to the ship's exquisite a la carte restaurant. This grand staircase was a lavish sight, reserved exclusively for the elite passengers of the time. The ornate and opulent design of the staircase exudes luxury and sophistication, showcasing the grandeur of the first-class accommodations on the Titanic. As we ascend the staircase with our imagination, we can almost feel the sense of prestige and privilege experienced by those fortunate enough to travel in the lap of luxury. The richly carved wood and intricate detailing on the banisters reflect the craftsmanship and attention to detail that went into the ship's construction. At the top of the staircase lies the entrance to the a la carte restaurant, a fine dining experience like no other. The restaurant boasted an elegant ambiance, impeccable service, and a menu offering delectable culinary delights from around the world. It was the epitome of indulgence, attracting socialites, business magnates, and prominent figures of the era. As we admire the splendor of this first-class staircase and the elegant restaurant it leads to, it is crucial to acknowledge the stark contrast between the luxurious lifestyle of the privileged passengers. The Titanic was a microcosm of society, where social class divisions were evident even in times of crisis. The Titanic's maiden voyage was meant to be a symbol of human achievement and technological progress, but it tragically ended in disaster. As we reflect on the ship's history, the image of the first-class staircase serves as a reminder of the extreme dichotomy that existed on board, a reminder that amidst the luxury and grandeur, the Titanic's fate was sealed by the unforeseen forces of nature. Number 7. First-class Café Parisienne. The first-class Café Parisienne was a special cafe for rich and important people traveling on the ship. Situated just outside the Carte Restaurant, this cafe had amazing views of the ocean through its big windows. Imagine sitting on comfy chairs, made from woven material called wicker, looking out at the vast blue sea. The sunlight reflecting on the waves must have made the view even more magical. It was a place of peace and relaxation for the privileged passengers. Inside the cafe, everything looked elegant and charming. There were pretty chandeliers hanging from the ceiling, giving a warm and inviting glow. The skilled chefs prepared delicious food for the guests, who could enjoy their meals while savoring the stunning scenery outside. The Titanic had different classes, and the first-class passengers had the best of everything. Others in the lower classes had simpler accommodations and couldn't enjoy the same luxuries. The cafe that once buzzed with happiness and laughter became a haunting memory. The first-class Café Parisienne remains a symbol of the opulence and elegance of the Titanic. It represents a time when people believed the ship was invincible, a marvel of human engineering. But it also serves as a reminder of the vulnerability of human creations in the face of nature's power. As we look at this photo, we can't help but wonder about the people who once sat there, enjoying the breathtaking views. Their stories are forever intertwined with the legend of the Titanic. The cafe is a window to the past, taking us back to a time of luxury and aspirations. The Titanic's journey was a mix of dreams and tragedy. This simple picture captures both the beauty and the sorrow that defined the ship's legacy. It's a glimpse into a world that has long passed, a world filled with hope and ambition, but also with the harsh reality of nature's unpredictability. Number 6. The open area. On the Titanic's deck, there was a big open area with comfy chairs made from woven material called wicker. People loved sitting there to relax and enjoy the beautiful views of the vast ocean. This place was known as the promenade deck, and it was a favorite spot for passengers to take it easy during the journey. Imagine a sunny day with a gentle breeze blowing as the ship glided through the water. Passengers could stroll around the deck, talk to each other, and make new friends. It was a happy place where people from different backgrounds came together, but all the joy turned into fear when the ship hit an iceberg. Everything changed quickly, and the deck became a place of chaos and panic. People rushed to find lifeboats, not knowing what would happen next. Think about the people who once sat on those chairs, enjoying the peaceful moments. They were families, couples, and individuals, each with their own dreams and hopes for the future. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. This image of Purser Hugh Walter McElroy and Captain Edward J. Smith aboard the Titanic during the run from Southampton to Queenstown, Ireland looks kind of spooky. What do you think could be behind the windows? Let us know your answers in the comment section below. Number 5. Cabin views. There are two views of the Titanic's cabins in the next image. On the left side, we see a cozy and inviting cabin interior. This represents the comfortable and luxurious accommodations offered to the passengers. The right side image showcases the inside of a first-class cabin, highlighting the opulence and grandeur that attracted people to the Titanic. We are presented with two captivating views of the cabins on the Titanic. Each view offers a glimpse into the remarkable accommodations that made this iconic ship renowned for its luxurious offerings. The left side of the image showcases a cozy and inviting cabin interior. The emphasis here is on comfort, with plush furnishings, soft textiles, and a warm ambiance that would have delighted the privileged passengers of the first class. The attention to detail is evident in the tasteful decor, showcasing the Titanic's commitment to providing a superior travel experience. This image captures the essence of a refined and tranquil setting, where travelers could relax and enjoy the voyage in utmost comfort. On the right side of the image, we are treated to an inside view of a first-class cabin. Here, affluence takes center stage. Lavish woodwork, intricate detailing, and luxurious materials exemplify the grandeur that define the Titanic's first-class accommodations. The room exudes an air of sophistication and affluence, catering to the wealthy elite of the time. The allure of such extravagant living spaces played a significant role in attracting affluent travelers, eager to experience the pinnacle of luxury on the high seas. This photo beautifully encapsulates the duality of the Titanic's appeal, the juxtaposition of comfort and elegance. It reflects the ship's status as a symbol of prestige and sophistication, offering a glimpse into the world of the privileged few who embarked on this historical voyage. Beyond the visual splendor, Image 11 also serves as a time capsule, preserving the architectural styles and design sensibilities of the early 20th century. The craftsmanship and attention to detail evident in the cabin's interiors speak to the craftsmanship of that era. Number 4. The reading room. The Titanic also had a reading room on the upper promenade deck. This picture shows that it was a special place on the Titanic where passengers could relax and enjoy their favorite books. It was like a cozy corner of the ship, where people could escape from the bustling activities and immerse themselves in the world of literature while sailing across the vast ocean. Inside the reading room, everything was designed to make readers feel at ease. There were soft and comfortable chairs and sofas where passengers could sit back and get lost in the pages of their beloved books. The room had large windows that let in the natural light, giving readers a stunning view of the endless sea outside. It was a peaceful spot where passengers could find a moment of tranquility amid the excitement of the voyage. The ship's creators took great care in filling the reading room with a wide variety of books. There were classic novels, thrilling adventures, and even the latest bestsellers, catering to different tastes and interests. Whether someone enjoyed romance, mystery, or history, they could find something to suit their preferences in this well-stocked library. For those seeking a more private space, there were cozy reading nooks available. These little corners offered a more intimate setting for people to enjoy their books without distractions. With a warm cup of tea or coffee, readers could lose themselves in their literary journeys, forgetting about the worries of the world outside. The reading room wasn't just a quiet place to read. It also became a social hub for book lovers on the ship. Passengers often engaged in friendly discussions about their favorite books, shared recommendations, and bonded over their shared love for literature. It was a place that brought people from different backgrounds together, united by the joy of reading. As the Titanic sailed gracefully through the calm waters, the reading room was a comforting reminder of the luxury and comfort that the ship offered. It was a little sanctuary amidst the grandeur, where passengers could find solace and contentment during their journey. Number 3. The Titanic's Gymnasium. This place is where first-class passengers engage in various physical activities. It was the ship's gymnasium, offering a range of exercise equipment and cycle machines for the passengers' enjoyment and well-being. As we explore this unique space, it becomes evident that the concept of a gym in the early 20th century was quite different from what we are accustomed to today. Back in 1912, when the Titanic set sail, the idea of a gymnasium on a luxury liner was groundbreaking. It catered exclusively to the privileged first-class passengers, providing them with a chance to maintain their fitness and indulge in physical activities during their journey. The gym featured a mix of innovative and conventional exercise equipment, designed to entertain and engage the affluent passengers. One of the intriguing pieces of equipment found in the Titanic's gym was a mechanical horse saddle. This contraption allowed passengers to simulate horseback riding, a popular form of exercise in that era. Additionally, a rowing system was available, providing an opportunity for guests to experience rowing exercises in the controlled environment of the ship. It was a novel way to keep the passengers entertained and active while at sea. The cycle machines in the Titanic's gym were another attraction. Passengers could hop on these devices and pedal away, enjoying the illusion of cycling through different landscapes while the ship sailed through the vast ocean. It offered a sense of adventure and physical exertion to the passengers, adding to the luxury experience aboard the Titanic. However, it is essential to note that the gym on the Titanic was a far cry from the modern fitness centers we are familiar with today. While it served its purpose and was a lavish addition to the ship, it lacked the contemporary comforts we now associate with gyms. There were no plush workout mats, sleek activewear, or air-conditioned spaces. Instead, passengers exercised in their formal attire, adhering to the social norms and dress code of that time. Number 2. The swimming pool. A peek into the Titanic's swimming pool, located on the middle deck, showcases the luxurious amenities available to the privileged travelers. It was 6 feet deep, 30 feet long, and 14 feet wide. The swimming pool was a small pool by modern standards, even though it was an extravagant feature that attracted the first-class passengers seeking a taste of indulgence during their voyage. The Titanic's swimming pool was filled with salt water, and men had to swim at different times from the women, as it was not permitted. Passengers could bask in the waters while admiring the intricate designs that surrounded them. The pool area also featured large windows, allowing natural light to flood the space and providing a breathtaking view of the ocean outside. Swimming was a popular recreational activity for the wealthy during that time, and the Titanic's pool provided them with an opportunity to enjoy their favorite pastime while aboard the grand ship. As passengers swam, they could feel the gentle motion of the ship beneath them, adding to the novelty and thrill of the experience. The swimming pool was also a place for social gatherings, where passengers could mingle and interact with others in a relaxed setting. It offered a respite from the formalities of the dining rooms and lounges, creating a sense of camaraderie among the privileged passengers. However, the swimming pool on the Titanic was not what we would typically expect from modern cruise ships. It was smaller in size and lacked the advanced filtration and temperature control systems we have today. Nonetheless, it was a marvel of its time and symbolized the height of luxury and comfort for those fortunate enough to sail on the Titanic. The swimming pool served as a reminder of the extraordinary extravagance that defined the ship's first-class accommodations. It was a space where passengers could escape the pressures of their daily lives and revel in the splendor of the Titanic's grandeur. Number 1. First-class lounge. This last image is the first-class lounge on RMS Titanic. It was a fancy place for the richest and most special passengers. It was located on the promenade deck and had big windows to see the ocean. The lounge was designed to be super nice and cozy for the first-class passengers to have fun, talk, and enjoy their trip. Inside, the lounge had beautiful things like soft carpets, fancy furniture, and detailed woodwork. There were pretty paintings on the walls and comfy places to sit and read books from the ship's library. People could also listen to music from a big piano in the lounge. One of the best things about the first-class lounge was the big fireplace that kept everyone warm when it got cold. People loved to gather here for parties and afternoon tea. The service in the lounge was top-notch, with staff ready to help and offer drinks and snacks to the passengers. The first-class lounge was a special place where passengers could make new friends and have a great time. It was like a small version of the luxury life enjoyed by rich people in the early 90s. We hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one.